Our next speaker is William B. Gray, Jr., and the title of his speech is Joyous Moments. Joyous Moments, William B. Gray, Jr. Help me welcome.
What's the most joyous moment in your life? I know people usually ask you, what's the happiest moment in your life? And that's usually pretty easy for most people. They think about things like the day they got married, or the day their first child was born. But what about a joyous moment? And how does it differ from a happy moment? Well, I believe that a happy moment is all about you. How do you feel? I think with a joyous moment, it's how does someone else make you feel? I'd like to give you an example. When I was 24, I lived in a little town called North Pole, Alaska, just south of Fairbanks. Most letters that are addressed to Santa Claus arrive at a place called the Santa Claus House, located in North Pole. And just a little ways down the street from there, there's a place called the North Pole Mall, where my wife used to work. Well, this particular year, the mall needed a Santa Claus, and my wife, being the generous person that she is, volunteered my services. That was okay. They gave me the crushed red velvet suit, fake gold rimmed glasses, some magical electrician's boots that met the suit right at the knee, and, well, a fake Sears tummy back when I needed it. Being a mall Santa, all I had to do was sit down in a comfortable chair and have my picture taken with children by a pretty young woman in an elf costume that was just modest enough not to raise any mother's eyebrows. Well, one day she'd ask me, "Bill, would you mind doing this at the daycare center where I normally work?" I said, "Sure, I'd be happy to." So the day arrived, and I'm driving in my Sentra down to Fairbanks, full regalia, got everything on, pulling into the parking lot, trying to sneak in, make sure I avoid any wayward children so they don't see me. Grab my hat, sack of candy canes, go walking in. Glasses immediately start to fog up, because it's cold in Alaska. Don't know if you knew that. Well, I'm taking the glasses off and I'm wiping them down, and the parents there, well, they're getting a little bit anxious. Now, I've arrived early, but obviously the children are getting a little impatient to meet the surprise guest. So I said, "Okay, let's go. We'll go get the room ready for you. So in about 5 minutes, we need you to walk down this hall, turn and take a left, and it'll be the classroom right there." I'm going, "Yeah, sure, okay, no problem." Not realizing that as I'm still wiping off my glasses, they all disappeared on me. So there I am, standing in the center of the hallway, with no idea of where to go or what to do. Don't panic. 4 minutes later, I started walking down the hall, sending up a prayer to the Providence that favors fools and little children, that he'd do us both a favor. And as I'm walking down, all of a sudden, I heard a child's voice call out my name. Well, Santa's name. And I thought, I'm good. This must be the place. So as I walk in, as I step over the threshold, I realize I get a funny feeling that something's different. Not wrong, mind you, just different. Kind of like I'm at the top of a very tall roller coaster. Pretty excited, but just a little bit scared. But I walk in, and the adults, they didn't help, because they're all, "Oh my gosh, it's Santa! What a surprise! What are you doing here?" And they sounded really surprised. It's like, well, okay. I've got my bag of canes, and I've got kids. Give me a chair, and I'm good to go. So one of the mothers got me a chair, and I sat down in the middle of the room, and they lined up the children. And they brought the first child to me. She was about 12 or 13, and I thought she must be a little old for Santa. But I think, well, maybe she's showing the younger children how it's done. No problem. So she sits on my knee, and I look, and I see she has Down syndrome. All the children did. And there's a little voice in the back of my head thinking that I should be surprised maybe taken aback a little bit. But there's another voice, just as soft, whispering, "You're Santa. She's a child. She wants to tell you what she wants for Christmas. Let her." And so I turned to her and I looked in her eyes and I saw wonder. Her eyes glittered with the belief that she was talking to the real Santa. I got to see faith, belief. I mean, she really believed in a faith born of something greater than a little mustard seed, that I happened to be the real Santa. And for the next few minutes, in that small classroom with those special children, I was Santa. I got to give out candy canes and a couple of hugs, but I got so much more in return. I got to see, touch, I got to feel real joy. And seeing that in her eyes made me feel so special that I literally floated out of the room in a euphoric cloud. In fact, it was kind of odd hearing these adult voices cloying through this cloud saying, "Are you okay?" Well, what a ridiculous question. And then there was the daycare director who finally found me and said, "You went into the wrong room." No, I didn't. I went to exactly the right room I was supposed to. And I would encourage all of you to walk down life's hallways. Maybe step into the wrong room every once in a while. Because I think it'll be in those surprise instants where we all may find our most joyous moments.
All right, our first place winner for the International Speech Contest is William B. Gray.